It's my pleasure to be back, and thank you, lovelies, for being a part of today's lesson. As we already know, a staff or a stave is a set of five straight or horizontal lines, and it has four spaces. Another name for a staff is called a stave, and both are used and acceptable in what? Music. Now, this is the treble staff. It has five lines and is made up of E, G, B, D, F, which stands for every good boy does fine. And the spaces is known as F, A, C, E, is your face. The bass staff is G, B, D, F, A, same like the treble but different numbering. And the spaces is A, C, E, G, meaning all cows eat grass. But sometimes, depending on the key used in the piece of music, notes becomes too high or too low to be accommodated on the staff. Did you get that? Okay, so because of that, hence, there is need for an extension of the staff, which makes the need of ledger lines to be introduced. Why? Why do we need a ledger line? This is to help us accommodate or house the hanging notes that are either too high or too low. Therefore, a ledger line or ledger lines, as we can say, are short extra lines written above or below the staff to help hold or carry notes that are too high or too low for the staff. Is that taken? In the case of a treble staff, the legend line below the staff is known as C, while above the staff is known as A. But in the case of the bass staff, the first ledger line below the staff is E, while the one above the staff is C. Ledger lines are named in serial order. For example, watch this. The space immediately above the treble staff is G. That is why the first ledger line above is A. Same applies to the space above the bass staff as B, bringing the first ledger line above to be C. I'll need you to watch this video for more explanation. I'll be back. Okay, I want to show you how you can invite your treble lines, or you call them ledger lines, on the treble and bass. Now this is just an example of a manuscript that has the treble clef, bass clef. These are the bass clef is. A staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. So when we number from below to top. This is line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. Then we have spaces 1, spaces 2, 3, and space 4. The first line on the treble staff is letter E. In music, we have letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These are the 7 letters we use in music. We don't have B as a key. We don't have W. We don't have Z. No, we only make use of A to G. When you get to G, you go back again to A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's how you keep building. So we want to build our lines and our spaces. So if this is E, the first line automatically becomes, the first space becomes what? A. So continue E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So look at the lines E, G, B, D, and F. That's what we say stands for every good boy drinks Fanta. And the space is F, A, C, E, which is your what? Face. So I want to build more. And I want to add 4 notes above and below the treble staff. So let's add. I'll come here. I'll have a note here. This is on the space. So to get the second note, I can't leave it in the air. So I have to invite a ledger line. And we said a ledger line is a short extra line. So put the note in the ledger line. Then we go again. I'll put another ledger line here to be able to accommodate the next note. I'll put it on top of the ledger line. And to get the 4th note, I'll put a ledger line. Look at this. If I should put the note here, it will give this note same pattern or position. So you put another ledger line on top of the first one you've done, and you put the note in line. So if you see, I've gotten 4. Let's do the same way below. I'll put my note here. I'll put it on top. Is it not so? Okay. I'll add the ledger line again. I'll put it before. I'll put my ledger line. And put another ledger line. And put this one on top of the ledger line. Now let's letter them. If this is F, this becomes what? G. You go A, B, C. So you see E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then going below, this is E. This will become what? D. And you have this as C. You have this as B. You have this as A. So let's read A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You see, it's just in a serial number. Now, what I want to bring out from this place is, give me the first and second ledger lines above the treble staff, or the first and second ledger spaces below the treble staff. So the first line and second line becomes A and C. Did you see that? And while the first and second spaces below becomes D and B. So if they still ask you, what about the lines? You tell them, this is how you build. The same way you do for G. But in G, the first line begins with what? G. Sorry, for bass clef, the first line begins from what? G. So once you build from a G, A, B, C, that's how you go. I don't want to do this because I need you to look at this example and use it to work on this. That's what you call practice makes perfect. So it's our exercise, it's our work for today. I need you to go back and try to do this that I've done. Look at it again, follow my steps, and build your own treble staff or your bass staff. But at the end of the exercise, you must close the lines. It's either you come to the end or you just close here. I just want to close here with a double line. What does a double line mean? It means the end of a note. So I've closed this work. So I trust that you keep practicing until you get a perfect work on your ledger lines above and below the staff. Thank you. Yeah, welcome back. I trust you had a nice understanding of that particular video. Now, the assignment you're going to do, number 1, identify the names of the ledger lines above and below these following staffs. So let's look at the staffs. This is 1A. We have 2 notes, if you can see them, 2 ledger lines above and below, and 1B. We have 4 notes here, both spaces and lines. So identify their names. Then question 2A. What is the other name of a staff called? What is the other name of a staff called? Then 2B, why do we need a ledger line or ledger lines? Answer your questions by writing on one page of your notebook. Take a picture of it and upload. Please note, just one page. Do not upload more than a page. Okay? Next class, we'll be looking at the song title, I Have a Dream. I'm sure you don't want to miss the class. Get yourself ready. So till I come your way again, is bye for now. See you next class. Mwah.